Most people are living in a version of reality that is far below what they are capable of experiencing. They wake up every day, moving through routines that feel repetitive, responding to life instead of creating it, dealing with the same struggles, the same frustrations, and the same limitations. But what if I told you that there is an entirely different version of life available? A reality where things don't feel like an endless battle, where the right opportunities appear effortlessly, where you feel deeply connected, powerful, and aligned. This isn't some fantasy. It's not a dream. It's a shift in vibration, a shift in the energy you carry, a shift in the way you experience everything around you. And the moment you align with a higher vibrational reality, everything changes. The reason most people don't access this reality isn't because they aren't deserving of it. It's because they are unknowingly keeping themselves locked into a lower frequency, repeating emotional cycles, living in reaction mode, believing that struggle is just a part of life. But struggle is not natural. It is a symptom of being out of alignment. It is what happens when you are carrying energy that doesn't match the reality you are trying to create. And the moment you release that energy, the moment you stop identifying with limitations, the moment you shift your frequency, life begins to respond in ways that seem almost magical. The synchronicities become undeniable. The flow becomes effortless. You stop chasing things, and instead you become a magnet for them. But here's where most people get stuck. They think that shifting into a higher vibrational reality is just about thinking positive or forcing themselves to feel good for a few moments. That's not how this works. This isn't about pretending. This is about becoming. You can't fake your frequency. You can't trick the universe into giving you a better life while still holding on to the energy of doubt, fear, or scarcity. The shift happens when you fully embody the energy of the reality you want, not when you simply wish for it. And the moment you truly commit to that energy, your external world has no choice but to match it.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
Think about this. If everything in your life right now is a direct reflection of your vibration, then that means the only thing stopping you from stepping into a completely different reality is you. Not luck, not circumstance, not other people. Just the frequency you are carrying. And the way you shift that frequency is by making a decision. A decision that you are no longer available for struggle. A decision that you will no longer operate from fear. A decision that you are already aligned with the version of yourself that lives in ease, abundance, and flow. Because the truth is, it's not about getting to a higher vibrational reality, it's about realizing that it was always available to you, but you were just tuned into the wrong frequency. Why most people never access a higher vibrational reality and how to break free instantly. Most people never reach a higher vibrational reality, not because they aren't capable, but because they are unknowingly addicted to the lower frequency they are already in. It's not that they don't want a better life, it's that their mind and body have become so used to stress, negativity, and struggle that anything outside of that feels unfamiliar. And what's unfamiliar feels uncomfortable, even if it's better. This is why some people sabotage opportunities, stay in toxic relationships, or repeat the same mistakes over and over again. It's not because they enjoy suffering, it's because suffering is what they know. The human mind craves what is familiar, even if it's painful, and unless you consciously break that pattern, you will keep recreating the same reality, no matter how much you say you want change. The biggest trap is thinking that circumstances need to change first. People wait for more money before they feel abundant. They wait for love before they feel worthy. They wait for success before they feel confident. But that's not how reality works. You don't wait for the external to shift before you change internally. You change internally first, and then the external world follows. This is why so many people stay stuck, because they are waiting for reality to give them a reason to feel different, not realizing that reality is just mirroring back the energy they are already carrying. If you keep waiting for proof before you believe, you will never shift. The truth is, you have to become a vibrational match for what you want before it arrives. You have to feel abundant before the money comes. You have to feel love before the relationship appears. You have to feel powerful before the opportunities show up. Because the universe isn't responding to what you want, it's responding to what you are. So how do you break free instantly? You stop waiting. You stop reacting. You stop giving your power away to circumstances and start deciding how you want to feel, no matter what is happening around you. The fastest way to shift into a higher vibrational reality is to take control of your state of being. This means becoming aware of your energy in every moment. Are you feeding frustration, doubt, and fear? Or are you holding the frequency of someone who already has everything they desire? Every thought, every emotion, every reaction is either keeping you in your current reality or moving you into a new one. And the second you start choosing differently, everything shifts. People think change takes time, but it doesn't. The moment you stop identifying with the energy that created your current reality, you step into a new one. The version of you that is already living in flow, abundance, and alignment is not in the future, it's here, right now. The only thing separating you from it is the belief that you are still stuck. And the moment you drop that belief, reality has no choice but to reflect your new frequency. The secret to staying in a higher vibrational reality permanently: never fall back again. The biggest mistake people make after shifting into a higher vibrational reality is thinking that the work is done. They experience a breakthrough, they feel lighter, things start flowing, synchronicities happen, and for a while life feels effortless. But then something happens. A challenge appears, an old pattern resurfaces, or doubt creeps back in, and before they realize it, they've slipped back into their old frequency. This is where most people get stuck in an endless loop of temporary transformation. They rise, they fall, they rise, they fall, constantly trying to get back to that high vibrational state, not realizing that the only reason they keep falling is because they still believe they can. The truth is, the only way to stay in a higher vibrational reality permanently is to stop entertaining the idea that you could ever go back to the lower one. The moment you make a firm decision that you are no longer available for struggle, for doubt, for fear, for lack, your entire reality stabilizes at a higher frequency. The reason this works is because energy follows focus. Whatever you give attention to, you feed. If you constantly worry about losing your high vibration, if you keep checking to see if you're still aligned, if you react emotionally to every little setback, you are reinforcing the belief that your vibration is fragile, that it can be lost, that you can somehow fall back into the old version of yourself. But that's an illusion. You don't lose your alignment, you choose to step out of it. And the way you stop making that choice is by building an identity that is fully rooted in your new frequency. Instead of wondering, am I still in a high vibration? The question should be, who am I now? Because once you identify as someone who naturally exists in a state of flow, ease, abundance, and alignment, there is no more falling back. Just like you don't wake up and forget your name, you don't wake up and forget that you are someone who lives in a high vibrational state. But this isn't about forcing yourself to stay positive all the time. It's not about suppressing emotions or pretending that challenges don't exist. It's about mastering your response to life. In a high vibrational reality, challenges don't disappear, they just don't affect you the same way. You stop seeing them as problems and start seeing them as neutral events. You stop reacting emotionally to things that used to trigger you. You stop identifying with struggle. And most importantly, you stop waiting for external confirmation that you are still aligned. The ultimate test of whether you are truly living in a higher vibrational reality is how unshakable you are. If you can hold your energy no matter what is happening around you, if you no longer allow circumstances to dictate your state of being, if you know with absolute certainty that you are always exactly where you need to be, then you have already won. Because the moment you realize that falling back is just an illusion, you never fall again. The biggest realization is that no external force is controlling your vibration. You are not at the mercy of circumstances, other people, or random events. Everything in your life is responding to the energy you are emitting, and the moment you take full responsibility for that, you regain control over everything. Most people live in reaction mode, constantly adjusting their emotional state based on what's happening around them. They feel good when things are going well, and they feel bad when things aren't. But this is exactly what keeps them trapped in a lower vibrational reality, because they are letting the external world dictate their frequency instead of mastering it from within. The shift happens when you realize that your internal state is the cause, not the effect. You don't wait for life to give you reasons to feel abundant, joyful, or powerful. You decide to feel that way first, and then life reflects it back to you. This is why some people seem to attract opportunities effortlessly, while others struggle endlessly. It's not luck. It's not chance. It's frequency. The reason this is so difficult for most people is that they are addicted to their past emotions. Their body has been conditioned to live in stress, worry, frustration, or doubt for so long that anything outside of that feels unnatural. Even when things start going well, they unconsciously sabotage themselves because their nervous system is wired for struggle. This is why shifting into a higher vibrational reality isn't just about thinking differently, it's about breaking the emotional addiction to lower frequencies. You have to retrain your body to feel safe in joy, ease, and abundance. And the only way to do that is through repetition. You don't wait to feel good, you practice feeling good. You don't wait for proof, you create certainty within yourself. And the more you hold that energy, the more your body adapts to it until it becomes your new default state. This is when things start happening effortlessly. People, opportunities, and experiences begin aligning with you in ways that defy logic. You stop chasing, forcing, or struggling because you have become a magnet for everything you once tried to achieve through effort. But the final step, the one that truly locks you into this higher vibrational reality permanently, is removing any attachment to the external world validating your shift. The moment you stop needing signs, proof, or confirmation that you are aligned is the moment you stabilize at a higher frequency. Most people lose their alignment because they keep checking to see if it's working. They look at their bank account, their relationships, their circumstances, and if things haven't shifted fast enough, they fall back into doubt. But that doubt is what resets their vibration to the old reality. The real mastery is holding the energy of already having everything you desire without needing physical evidence. Because the second you truly embody that certainty, reality has no choice but to catch up. There is no waiting. There is no hoping. There is no questioning. There is only knowing. And when you reach that level, life becomes effortless, not because challenges disappear, but because you no longer see them as obstacles. You have become the version of yourself that is already living in the reality you once thought was far away. And once you stabilize at that level, you never go back. Most people don't realize that every single thought, emotion, and reaction is either reinforcing their current reality or shifting them into a new one. They wake up feeling the same way, thinking the same thoughts, repeating the same behaviors, and then wonder why nothing changes. But reality isn't happening to them, it's responding to them. The energy they carry is shaping everything, from the people they attract to the opportunities they encounter to the challenges they keep facing. And the reason so many stay stuck is because they are waiting for something external to shift before they allow themselves to feel different. But that's not how it works. The shift happens internally first. You don't wait for life to give you a reason to feel abundant, you become abundance. You don't wait for a relationship to feel love, you embody love. You don't wait for success to feel powerful, you step into that power now. Because the moment you hold that energy consistently, reality has no choice but to adjust to match it. But this is where most people fail. They try to raise their vibration for a few days, maybe even a few weeks, but when they don't see instant results, they slip back into doubt. They question whether it's working, they check their external world for validation, and the moment they do, they reset their energy back to the old frequency. This is why staying in a higher vibrational reality requires a level of certainty that most people never develop. You have to know it's working before you see proof. You have to hold the energy of your desired reality even when nothing around you seems to be changing yet, because reality is always catching up to your vibration. The people who manifest effortlessly, the ones who seem to attract opportunities without trying, are not lucky, they are consistent. They don't waver. They don't shift back into doubt the moment things appear stagnant. They hold their frequency no matter what, knowing that everything is aligning even when they can't see it yet. And the final secret, the one that makes this shift permanent, is detaching from the need for external confirmation altogether. The moment you no longer need proof, you have already won. Because when you truly embody a higher frequency, you stop looking for signs that it's working. You stop needing reassurance. You stop questioning. You just live in that energy, effortlessly, because it has become your natural state. And once it becomes your natural state, reality has no choice but to reflect it back to you. There is no effort, no struggle, no forcing, just alignment. And when you reach that point, you don't just experience glimpses of a higher vibrational reality, you live there permanently. Most people don't even realize how much energy they waste by constantly oscillating between trust and doubt, alignment and fear, flow and resistance. They spend a few days feeling good, believing things are shifting. But the moment reality doesn't give them immediate proof, they fall back into old emotional patterns. They let external circumstances dictate their internal state instead of mastering their own energy. This is why so many people stay stuck in cycles of almost manifesting what they want, but never quite getting there. They don't hold their frequency long enough for reality to catch up. They keep breaking the momentum. And what they don't realize is that the universe isn't slow, it's precise. It's mirroring back exactly what they are consistently emitting. If they are oscillating between certainty and doubt, reality will reflect that inconsistency. If they are holding the energy of already having what they desire, reality will start bending to match it. The shift happens the moment they decide that their internal state is non-negotiable, that they will stay in alignment no matter what, that they will no longer allow temporary circumstances to pull them back into an old version of themselves. The truth is, nothing is holding anyone back except their own attachment to their current identity. Most people don't fear change, they fear losing the familiarity of who they've been. They cling to the emotions, reactions, and thought patterns that have defined them for years, even when those patterns are keeping them in a reality they don't want. But the only way to step into something entirely new is to let go of everything that no longer matches it. The moment someone truly decides that they are done with struggle, done with limitation, done with the version of themselves that doubts, hesitates, or plays small, their energy shifts instantly. And when their energy shifts, their reality has no choice but to follow. This is why transformation isn't about waiting, it's about deciding. The people who create quantum shifts in their lives don't do it by slowly improving over time. They do it by making a choice to no longer entertain thoughts and emotions that contradict their desired reality. A choice to embody the energy of who they want to be now, not later. A choice to stop negotiating with their old self and step fully into the frequency of their new self. And this is where everything becomes effortless. Because once someone stabilizes in a higher vibrational reality, they no longer have to try to manifest anything, it just happens. The right people appear. The right opportunities unfold. The right circumstances align. Not because they are working harder, forcing things, or chasing results, but because they are the version of themselves that naturally attracts those things. There is no more waiting, no more hoping, no more questioning. They don't need signs because they are the sign. They don't need proof because they are the proof. And this is the ultimate realization. When someone truly embodies a higher frequency, they don't just experience flashes of alignment here and there. They live in it permanently.